Hello, everyone. Welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 473 for September 15th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
I'm another host, Kyle.
I'm another host, Mo.
And then we've got the new Kelly here, Mike. Mike's joining us as well.
And Mike.
And Mike.
I am Mike.
All right. Why don't we get right into it? What we did with guns this week. I'm gonna start because my name's at the top and I'm just too uncreative to skip. So I did a Maple Seed in Fort Mac. So I did the drive up to the Mac and did a Maple Seed up there. Fantastic, great facility up there. Super welcoming. They got they have something that's gonna blow your mind for a range. They got showers.
Ready.
Showers. They have
Really?
potable water.
Showers?
They have showers and cabins and an indoor range and like a big indoor range and outdoor range and 3-gun bays and IPSC bays and
Yeah, it is a nice range.
The potable water, the
Range.
fact that they got reverse osmosis and potable water on the range. So drinking water, showering, blew my mind.
Range and spa?
Yeah.
It's like a destination vacation.
Yeah. I've been to many high-end ranges, like your high-end Clay's ranges where you the clubhouse is a nice big facility, but it was very nice. Did the Maple Seed out there. It was all good and drove back down. And like I mentioned last time, calling the CFO and getting all the stuff done, which meant that this week I got a bunch of guns in the mail. So first one was this. Oh, you know what? I should biggie size my head so you guys can see this guy right here. This is the Marstar Olympia. It's a 22 caliber. Like a marksman kind of a pistol. So target pistol. It does lock open. It's kind of funny, because there's no slide release to control that. It's literally just this little slider here that pushes up from the magazine, and that's all that it does. But it works. Tiny little cute mags with a little block on the bottom. This grip is much bigger than the actual frame is, than the actual receiver or whatever underneath. So that part was a little bit funny, but neat little gun. Otherwise, it's got a barrel weight that you can attach to it. So that kind of goes on right about there, and that adds more weight for single hand shooting. So if you're gonna do Olympic style pull out and fire one-handed, that's what that weight's for, is to add some more inertia to it. It is made to be right-handed, so it's got a thumb rest kind of a thing there, and the grip's asymmetrical, so great for a righty, not so much for a lefty. Looks neat. Looks pretty neat. I tried filling the mags, and they felt awful. Putting ammo in the mags, I wanted to see how many it would hold, and I could never get it down enough because it would just jam up so badly. So the mags don't appear to be fairly well made, but they're probably just really rough inside. I haven't taken them apart yet, so I'll probably have to take it apart and maybe sand a couple of surfaces on the inside there. So it's got a covered. There's a hammer in there, but it's like a covered hammer on the back. It's kind of neat. Nate saw it. He saw that gun. And then I got my Tokarev twins in. So these are the two Chinese Tokarevs that was it Gotenda was selling for $199 for two of them, and of course I got on top of that, and I got two. Even though if you look back there's already that's an M57 though. That's the longer grip one, the better one than these ones. I'm just a sucker for a deal. So even though I don't need them or want them, the deal was too good. Also got some ammo, some non-corrosive ammo for these. And I think that's it for new guns that came in. I talked about the Jericho that I got last week. And then this weekend, I'm going hunting with another listener, Tomas, who's or Thomas. who's Mike Google always says Tomas, who we're gonna go out to shoot some grouse and maybe a deer. It's supposed to rain all weekend, so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting weekend. But I think that's about it for me. What's you, Mo?
So since I wasn't on last week, I didn't get a chance to talk about the Quebec Provincials. So it was the weekend before. It was 16 stages at the Valcartier range, which is usually the host site. It was 4 more stages than the year before, so because the year before was only 12. And they had it over the same 3 ranges, but they had the larger range, which was a big cleared area surrounded by valleys, beautiful forest and mountains and stuff. They had set it up so that they could put more. They had 2 different sections there, so they could have 8 stages out of that location. Overall, it went really really smoothly. I worked Saturday afternoon, and then went back on Sunday to actually shoot. I wouldn't say I did all that great. I was okay. I had some issues again with I'm not cleaning my mags well enough in between stages, so the sand is getting them all jammed up. So that's something I got to put more effort into. Like if it's obviously an outdoor match and the mags are, and going into the sand, that I'm cleaning them better in between stages. So I'm kind of rushing and not taking the time to do that. On the Sunday when we shot, we had pretty small squads. I guess some people had pulled out, so we were like in my squad there was 7 shooters. So it went pretty fast. So we had started just after 9, and we were done 16 stages by I think it was 2 in the afternoon. Then we stuck around to clean up and tear down, and they decided to do like the post match banquet at on location. So they had rented a big tent and tables and chairs and brought in food, and quite a few people were there that either shot that afternoon or came back for it. And it was a really nice gathering of people. We had a very good time. Weather was nice. It was not too hot. Like I said, I didn't do that great, but still, it was a good time. Besides that, I got a call from the firearms program to check on a reference, because I guess I didn't put any references down. And so I got the call. My lady friend happened to be around, so I had her get on the phone. I think she was asked like just to confirm her address, and she was told at the end, if you if you're in danger, call 911. And I think that was all. And then I checked later. I guess the next day I checked, and it showed the status that the license was going to be mailed out, so I should be getting it any time now. So I guess the renewal ended up being about just over 4 months from when but I'm still good because I wasn't due until January. So, and that's really it for me. I have no matches coming up this weekend. I'll be registering for another one in a couple weekends, and that's it. How about you, Cal?
What were the what would you say the highlights of that Quebec match were? Like, was there any interesting stages or anything cool like that?
Yeah, they had done some nice stuff. I'm trying to think back because it was 2 weekends ago. Uh, there wasn't anything crazy in terms of like planks or ropes or whatever. Like there was a level 3 in Ontario that had some other stuff like that there, but they were challenging. There was just one weak hand stage, one strong hand stage. Um, there was some good movement stages. And on some I did pretty well, like, let's say top 15, 20, and on others where I had the issues and stuff, I was like closer to the bottom. Yeah, that was it.
While you were doing that, I was testing the trigger pull on these guns. One of these Tokrevs, the trigger pull is 5 pounds. On the other one, it's 9+.
9+, nice blood. That's
Yeah.
good.
There's a 2x variance on these triggers, and on the Olympia, it's 3 pounds. It's so light. It's actually like a really great trigger press on this thing. There's no take up there. Yeah, it's really nice. It should be though for a target gun. I'm just surprised at how much of a difference there is here, because like one of these is effing brutal, and then the other one is not bad at all. 4 pounds, 5 pounds. That's fine.
Wow.
Oh, my other ones are like 7. So, what's that, Mike?
Quantity, not quality.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy, that's like some hit or miss on the trigger pull, though. Holy. Heff, what about you?
Well, I spent Saturday at the range. There was the Ronald McDonald Shoot for the House going on, so I was running around filling machines, making sure that stuff was all good. Good crew of us out there doing that, and it was an awesome day. We had, I think there was just over 380 shooters, and so the course was pretty full. But then afterwards, they had a silent auction going and everything, but the live auction, that was wild. So going into the match, they were sitting, I think Shoot for the House had raised $2.9 million for Ronald McDonald House, and just after the auction, just off the auction alone, they made $107,000 for the house.
Woo! Holy!
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's one of those auctions you don't go to try and get a deal. I watched, I think I sent you guys a video. I can't even remember what it was. A Yeti cooler. I think it was something like $1,200 it went for right off the bat. And then the ones to really watch, like they do these quilted blankets. And I think this was the highest one of them have ever gone for, and it was $15,000 that this blanket went for, and then it got donated to one of the families that was there to share their story of being in the house and that. So it is just really incredible. There was a golf cart. One of the guys donated a golf cart to auction off, and the guy bought it and then donated. He's getting paid to get it deckled up under the condition that their club rents it out, and every rental fee that comes from that golf cart goes to Ronald McDonald House.
Very nice.
So that'll be ongoing support for that. But yeah, so it was a really good day Saturday, and later on I realized that time is getting short on me for the team match and getting Crystal all set up. So I bought some Kydex, and I'm gonna try my hand at holster and mag pouch making, because I gotta make a set of left-handed holsters and mag pouches for her.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be my project next week.
Nice.
Try and get that done up. And then today I finally put my new trigger from Timney into my hunting rifle and took it out to the range, and man, is it nice. So it's a 2-stage trigger, and it's adjustable from 8 ounces to 1 ounce for the first stage. Yeah, this is a Tikka T3 in 25-06. And the second stage is adjustable from 1 to 2 pounds. So I have it, I believe, at 8 ounces and 1 pound. And it is a nice solid wall. And then just...
Wow.
Like, it's beautiful.
Nice.
So now you have no excuses. If you miss the deer, it's like, well...
Yeah, I can't say I pulled the shot because of trigger pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like my coyote gun. I run a Timney in there, and I have that one at 8 ounces. So it's just, and that's a single stage, but it's just, you get into the habit that you don't touch the trigger till you're ready to shoot, because You just breathe on it and it'll go. But yeah, and rifle season starts on Saturday, so that's why I wanted to get to the range and do that. It was quick and easy. Got it done. And yeah, it's been my week. How about you, Mike?
Well, other than getting back from Taccom, I've been trying to kind of put a list together of everything cool that I saw and what's the first kind of priority thing that should try to be ordering. Trying to get what else? Trying to find a stock for my Voodoo that I just picked up, or one actually. I'm just trying to balance in between which chassis should I go with, kind of thing. Last week we decided that we're going to take our. We have a Savage B22, and buddies and me, we're going to decide. One wants to build a wood stock for it. I want to 3D print a stock for it, and the other guy's going to do a resin stock for it. And we're going to see who can build the best stock for a Savage B22, and then run it at King of 0.22 miles next year.
Oh, cool.
That's about it, really. It's been kind of slow. I haven't been back home yet. I'm still out at work, so just a lot of sitting on my phone. Like, I should get that first. No, I should buy that first. No, I should buy that first. So many decisions.
Why?
Yeah.
Too many things at the same time. And then try to pick which gun I'm actually going to take hunting this year. Because I got a moose tag draw on 254, and I think everybody did. So it's either the 308 or 300 PRC. Spot depending.
I didn't get any moose draws or anything like that. I've just got like a gajillion deer tags.
Well, they basically give them away.
Pretty much.
Yeah, in some areas, yeah.
Well, our area, it's basically giveaway.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else?
No, that's about it. It's been kind of slow. It's been a slow week.
Awesome. All right, let's get into upcoming events. For upcoming events, we've got some Maple Seeds coming up that still have some spots available. They'll be at the Atlantic Marksman Association. That's September 16th. In Regina, September 24th. And in Drumheller on October 1st. There's some other events on there as well. If you really want to get into one of those other events, sign up for the wait list. I believe there's some coming up that have been like booked out for like a million years. And often what happens is a week before the event, they get the email with a reminder of all the stuff they got to do. And they're like, oh, I already booked that weekend. So there's going to be some spots that probably come up. So if you're on the wait list and you can jump on, then you might still be able to get into even one of the sold out events. September 9th, 10th, 11th. Well, that's Taccom. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. And then the ORA is back at CFB Borden. Dates and details will be at OntarioRifleAssociation.ca. If you want to run a ladies' day, head on over to your email and send an email to sunfireradio@gmail.com, and we'll forward it to the people in the know, and they will get you going on that. News. The Federal Conservative Party has a new leader. Is it Kim Campbell?
They
Is that
do.
who we went with?
No.
PP? The big PP?
Yeah. PP. Pierre Poilievre, yeah.
It wasn't even close. No one thought it was going to be anyone else.
No, he just ran away with that.
Yeah, it was quite decisive. Yeah, it was quite decisive.
Yeah, didn't get past the first round in 68%.
I believe that's a blowout.
The points and 71. Yeah, it's incredible. And he won most areas, and yes, it was good. It's what they needed, because now it's obviously he has the support of the members, right? So
there's no argument there.
Not on board. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of people who were talking about Charest and like, oh, maybe he's got a shot, or Patrick Brown or something like that, but neither of them had a legitimate shot. And I think that now it's out of the way. Now they don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Poilievre had a buzz about him before he even announced it, that he was running, and then it just kept building and building, and he made a lot of stops over the last few months. Like, I think the 80-something place. Like, he was campaigning pretty hard. So
He had a couple
He
of
got
clips.
his name out there.
He had a couple of video clips that were like pretty, like even world famous. That one where he butted heads with what's that guy in Edmonton's name, Boissonneau, about the cost of a home in Ottawa and that kind of thing. Just like that one was internationally seen because it was just such. It's an example of how ridiculous our question period is in the House of Commons, really. But he was the star of that one, and he had a couple of other ones where he's fantastic at asking those kinds of questions and being really dogged about it. So
Yeah.
Hopefully he does the same thing in debates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you guys had an opportunity to listen to his speech when he won, it was obviously it was positive for us too. Like
for gun
to
owners,
even bring up, to even bring up gun owners during that, speech, right? So he didn't have to.
It was part of the platform he ran on, though, too.
Yeah.
I've never seen a bar of people so excited about politics.
I know.
We were having a pub night, and they had the football game on the back, and I bet you everyone in the bar turned to look and said, they must really care about football.
Yeah.
We were like trying to watch the leadership debate on our phone, and the service was bad, so it would like keep cutting out, and then we get a text that he won, and the whole room just yes.
Well, it was frustrating because they obviously knew who was going to win, and they were stretching it out and to the announcement, and we're waiting and waiting and waiting.
You didn't need an announcement. You knew.
We could have done this in 15 minutes. Like, he won, but we'll keep the open bar open for another 2 hours.
No, but it was all very positive. So,
well, hopefully he wins because as a gun owner, I would like if I could buy and sell handguns to other people who are licensed and vetted by the government to buy and sell handguns. I think that's okay.
Yeah,
I'd like to continue.
I think that's fair. Yeah,
I have too many Tokarev. I need to sell some.
I was going to say $100 handguns that you're looking to sell.
Oh, sorry, no, 200. The price has gone up.
Oh yeah.
Supply just went down. Demand went through the roof.
That's interesting. If it was legal again, no, I think the price would drop. Everyone
if it
bought
become
them at
legal,
high
they're going
prices.
to rock.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Especially when the imports start flooding back in, everyone's stocking back up. Yeah, the price is just going to fall.
Yeah. One thing that I'm curious about is as we get closer to the House being back in session, and as it becomes more and more apparent that the Liberals are going to ban the transfer of handguns, I wonder if any businesses are going to blink and be like, all remaining handguns 50% off or something like that, and just try to move
that
them,
would
right?
be interesting. Yeah,
cutting the loss down.
Point.
Willing to bet they're going to do it.
Yeah, someone's going to do it eventually because otherwise they get stuck with a bunch of inventory. Unless they've got pistols they can sell to cops, there's not really anyone they're going to be able to sell to. They're just going to be stuck sitting on inventory. And it's better to like get that stuff out, move it out, than be sitting on all that cash that can't be worked with you, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Some city cops can have a fantastic race gun as a duty pistol.
I don't see a lot of race pistols for sale. I think they're going to have like a Canik or maybe a Tokarev or something like that. Yeah. Or maybe a Marstar Olympia. Triggers on better on them.
There you go.
Yeah.
An Olympia at 50% off. Wow. I'm so excited.
I think this is other than like the magazines felt terrible loading them, but I still think this is a decent deal for $200. I'll work over the magazines. If it's $200, I don't care. I'll put a little bit of spit polish in there.
Just coat some dummy rounds in the lapping compound. Just keep slamming them in there.
I'll probably disassemble it and just like lightly file and sand some parts. That's probably what's happening. These things are always like really rough, and that like rough sheet metal doesn't work good as a magazine. It's got to be a little bit smoother than that. So that'll probably be easy enough to fix. Legal fund donations. If you'd like to help the CCFR win their upcoming court battle, which we missed a bit of news. The
There is news, yes.
Yes, you're
yes,
right.
Suke was
Yep.
supposed to get applied to get intervener status on that court case, and she lost that application.
Yeah.
So she
That's
will not
terrific.
get intervener. Yeah. Did either of you watch the Runkle video on that?
Not yet. No.
No, not yet.
It's fantastic. For anyone out there, I won't spoil it. Just watch it. It's interesting and satisfying. Satisfying watch. I won't spoil it. Yeah, anyways, send an EMT to finance@firearmsrights.ca and they'll use it to sue the bastards. New gun stuff. Let's combine new gun stuff and main topic together in one. And what I'm going to do is share my screen and show some of the pictures that our listener and fellow Albertan here, Mike. You're in Alberta, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I know you're like close to the border there. Wasn't sure if
Like-
you're like over the border or not.
Like under 200 yards.
Yeah. See, it's not a dumb question. But you were at Taccom. So Taccom, there was a couple of new guns released and a couple of interesting things that you took photos of that you were kind enough to share with us. So I'll pull those up here if you just want a commentary over top of them. Let people know what you saw and what looked neat.
Well, these aren't super new. These are the new Bergera BMRs. They're coming in 17, 22 mag, 22. The thing I like about that very top one is the carbon barrel model. It weighs absolutely nothing. Like that in 17, excellent go for gun.
Cool.
Bottom one, get great CRPS gun. What else is there? This thing. This is the new BCL. I forget the name of it. I think Siberian, something to that effect. AR-18 base. It is one of the slickest rifles I've picked up in a long time.
Really?
Yep. Like the fit and finish and the polish on it. It was an extremely nice rifle to hold. Like where all our AR-18 clones are heading. This is kind of, I'd say, the top one.
Looks
I'm
like
not
it's
sure.
got is that an AR-15 safety on it? It's hard to tell, but
there were so many people at this booth. It was hard to get in there to take a picture. Just like ran in quick, like, here, I'll take a picture and I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, those look cool.
This is also the new BCL pistol, which I thought was extremely nice. It's basically kind of your Gen 3 Glock with a couple of parts that are different, but it's an aluminum frame. All aluminum.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
I think it's a Glock 19 frame.
It's interesting to see the classic Tupperware guns go into metal frame.
I think it's a competition thing almost.
Yeah, because Smith & Wesson just announced that they were doing that too.
Well, it's the M&P there. It's all metal now.
Yeah.
But these are Canadian made, so in theory, we can start cranking these out as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah, with the import ban, yeah.
And I would think just get the frames out. Don't worry about the top part. We'll get that figured later.
Yep. Interesting idea.
Didn't have a price on them yet, but they're still working on all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is new. No one's seen that yet.
Yeah.
And these Crusader, these were very fun to stare at from across the hall. I was at the CCFR booth. These guys are kitty-corner from us, and they look slick. It's that's the Templar, I believe, for Crusader.
Yeah, I believe they have it in 223 and 9mm, right? You just swap the uppers, I think.
I think that's on the Sentinel. I'm not sure about the Templar. I'm sure you probably could. I think this is a dedicated though.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, ACR. One of our listeners is saying, "Yep, AR-15 safety," and that was the BCL Fox Bat, which was the Glock lower compatible with the all upper, more vertical grip.
Fox Bat.
And that fit my hand just perfectly.
Cool. That's hard to say about Glocks, so they must have changed the grip angle or something.
It's not a standard Glock, no.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
There's one with 9mm.
There's one with 9mm, and that color they have, the pictures don't do it justice. It's almost like the Scar-ish two-tone you got going on there.
Kind of like that burnt bronze kind of look.
Like, yeah, burnt caramel coyote or whatever you want to call it.
I like that color.
I like the ACR stock on them better though, personally.
Yeah.
It just got the flow.
Yeah.
It's all about the flow.
Yeah.
But also, shout out to Crusader. We had a gun donated for them for the CCFR booth we were holding raffle for. So,
cool.
They were great. This is one of the new Canuck traps. I didn't get to hear too much about it because the Odell booth was very, very busy. I think Phil had 3/4 of the Gunning girls working at the booth or being around the booth. But this looks like the newest version of the trap with the little skeleton eye stock and all that. It is quite sporty.
It looks more like the higher end ones for sure.
Yeah.
Stock looks really cool. I really like the idea of like some of the Turkish guns bringing in like the innovation and at a lower price point.
They can make good stuff too. It's not like it's all garbage. They make some very nice stuff. You just have to ask for it.
Yeah, and probably pay for it. It's probably a little bit more expensive than my $139 single shot shotguns that I've got.
But if you're shooting singles, you only need one barrel.
Yeah.
This would be the Sterling.
Oh, okay.
The R18.
Yeah.
R18, yes.
I was talking to a local who's got one of those about getting my hands on it for a review.
It'd be interesting to put all 3 of the new ones kind of together and see where they stack up.
Cool. The Summit 10x42.
This is from Apex Optics. These
they're binoculars.
Yep. I'm very excited about those.
So
they weigh nothing.
What are they going for magnification in that?
I believe the one's 10 and the other one is 12x50.
Oh, okay.
Because these are the Summit. I think there's a one above that, and then there's one with the mil reticle inside.
Ooh,
nice.
That's neat too.
Yeah,
that's handy.
And you can rotate the reticle. So if you're like just not in the perfect spot, you can rotate it, and then you can line yourself up.
Oh, really?
Can't you just bend your neck? Just...
if you want.
Sorry, I'm always going to stir shit up here.
And these are Wolverine's bringing these in. Those are those reproduction target scopes.
Okay.
Hilux.
Nice.
Yeah, I just have to get a picture there because now I want like a 45 120 with one of these on it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of having it. It's neat to see reproduction stuff like this, though.
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder how good the glass is in there.
I mean, it's hard to tell when you're in the hull because it's not ideal conditions, but you probably hit something far with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you got 30 MOA of adjustment in that top one.
With that dial, that caliper on there. Yeah.
Yeah. But like each line on it is a minute. So you got 30 minutes.
Cool.
Nice.
Not as fine, but
yeah. Oh yeah. Externally they're all externally adjustable. They all have dial adjustments on the external. Huh. Neat. Oh,
there's a Summit Pro, yeah. So that one will have the reticle in it, and again, they weigh nothing. I am definitely buying a pair for hunting.
I like how you didn't catch the price of that one though.
Those ones were $950-ish, I believe.
Okay, still not bad. Like for 12x50 with a reticle, that's
and magnesium frame.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's all of them.
Yeah, that was all the. I tried to do the whole look at me on Instagram on with Taccom, but it just didn't work
out. Tell us about the CCFR booth. What was it like running the CCFR booth there?
It was very interesting to have Rod and Tracy both there. Normally it's, oh, I love Rob, but then they're like, oh, you can just go talk to them. They're standing right here next to me. Also, we had the nicest flooring in the entire show. It was like, I'm not sure where they got it, but it was like that foam mat for like daycares and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It had that nice, classy, like wood grain top to it.
That's what I got on my floor. That's what I'm on right now. Walmart.
But when you're standing on there instead of concrete or carpet for the entire weekend, it makes a huge difference on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
We'd have people walk into the booth. I know I'm a member. I just want to stand in your booth because it's so comfortable. Like literally. Oh, while you're here, you should buy a hat.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the price. You want to stand on our floor? Costs you a hat per hour.
Yeah.
It's a
Gotta
hat.
buy something. Yeah.
But it's great because we had a lot of people come up and they'd say, "Oh, I already have my membership, but I have to renew." And I said, "Great, I will sign you up right now. We'll renew you right now."
Excellent.
Yep. All the squares cooperated. That was great. Because with those, you just never know if they're going to work or not.
Yeah. Yeah. The stripe.
The square stripe.
Right. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, that's good. Y'all, especially these days, like who brings cash around for that kind of stuff? It's all going to be with the debit machines, right?
And lots of new shooters were like, "How do I get involved? What do I do? Who do I talk to?" And then a couple of new families too, like entire families, like we all want to get into this just out of the blue.
Nice.
That's
It
great.
was good to see. It was nice to see that we didn't have to work as hard as almost because the work we've already done was so well done. Is that the right way to say it?
It was easy to sell memberships.
Yeah, we did not. It was easy to sell memberships.
Yeah.
Good.
That's really cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What
And
other
also-
kind of? Sorry, go ahead.
The other cool thing I thought was everyone expects you to know where everything in the show is, despite being in one spot. Like, you know where I could find this? Do I look at it? You got this wonderful book. Why don't you look in the book and you could go find it?
You weren't the information booth as well as CC4?
Oh no, I knew exactly where everything was. I could tell him. No problem. I just thought it was funny.
That's
Since you're-
part of the fun.
Yeah.
Oh, where do I find this? You want us to go down that way? And you could. We were basically in the center, so just pick a corner and point. You're probably going to hit the right thing.
What other kind of interesting things did you see at Taccom?
Interesting things. It's cool to see like Night Force was there, Apex was there. Great to see Apex. Love that. Love the Apex line totally. But Night Force, they had this little thing that's called the wedge, and what you do is when you're doing really crazy long range, you can get it's either a 50 or 100 MOA. You clip it on the front of your scope, and then it's just boom, 50 or 100 MOA.
So it's an optical thing to
It's like
change.
a prism.
Yeah.
So it actually makes night vision rails useful in Canada.
Huh.
I thought
Interesting.
That is really interesting. I think I've seen those kind of things, but like it's good that a big manufacturer is bringing those kind of things in, right?
because really, other than there's the Terrac or there's that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did they have any Taccom parties?
Yeah, we had a party on Saturday night. We had CCFR pub night. That was quite fun. What else was there? That was a very long. A lot of us went and partied after, and we probably shouldn't have.
Well, that's what the whole experience is about.
I got the full trade show experience. It was great.
It's not a trade show if you're not hungover in the morning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I wasn't hungover Sunday morning, but after Pierre won, it was almost like the lights got brighter in there. Everyone's just glowing. Everyone's just happy. Saturday was like, oh no one's gonna get it tonight. But Sunday morning it was much brighter in there, despite being cloudy outside.
Good.
So there was a lot of buzz. There was a lot of buzz on the floor on Sunday from the announcement.
Yeah, everyone was just glowing. was really haven't seen that much excitement and that many people in a long time, probably.
Some hope finally got restored a little bit.
Just a little, just enough. That's all we need.
Yeah, hope is a good word for sure.
Yeah.
I had read that FOC, the host, was selling some handguns. Were any of the other stores there selling any?
If there were, they were probably gone by Friday night or early Saturday morning. I think FOC had 6 handguns left. I think they brought 80. I heard they brought 80, and I think they were Saturday morning. They had 3 Glock 23s and like 3 Glock 44s. That was it.
Okay.
Basically, if it was here, it was gone.
Yeah, the Glock 44 would be neat, but yeah, I don't know about the others. A Glock 44 would be neat, right? 22.
Yeah.
What if your kid wanted to shoot competition 3-gun like his dad? What gun are you going to put in his hands right now? 9 mil? A Ruger Wrangler?
No.
A Ruger Wrangler.
He
Yeah,
has
there
a
we go.
Ruger Wrangler.
Yeah.
You're hurting his game. His reloads are going to suck.
Yeah. No, you have a point there. I just would try and find a different 22 to put in his hands. But that would probably be a good way to go.
That's
allegedly they're super reliable, from what I heard.
See, I've heard the opposite. They're not reliable at all.
But what ammo are they using?
Who knows?
And
it's
compared to
22,
what?
so is any 22 really that reliable?
Yeah.
True.
If you buy the right stuff, technically, yes.
If you know your gun. If you know your gun, like that GSG 1911. GSGs are not particularly reliable, but it's because they overspray on the paint. People don't run the right kind of ammo. They don't oil it. Like you got to be, they're finicky. I think if you want like non-finicky, you got to go to like a Ruger Mark III or Mark IV or something like that. But now, what do you do for a holstering mag pouches? They're all weird, right? At least with the Ruger, you've got something that, it's a Ruger pistol. You can just get a Ruger holster.
Yeah.
True.
It's stuck. We're starting with the Ruger. I meant Glock there.
Yeah.
But interesting. Yeah, cool. Any other final thoughts about Taccom?
It was great. I hope they have it again next year. I'm going to come out next year, whether I'm in this area or not. Totally worth it.
I was going to ask if there was any announcement for next year.
Not that I heard, but I don't see why we wouldn't keep going. I think for everything, this is one of the best events we've had. So,
was this the first one you attended?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was totally.
I'm just wondering how it compared to like previous years in terms of attendance. I know there hasn't been one in a few years, but
depending who you asked, it was either bigger or smaller.
So about the same size then.
It was either the greatest show ever or the worst show ever.
Yeah, depending on your disposition, it was either great or terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
And the guy's saying terrible because there wasn't as much handgun or AR stuff because of things.
Well, yeah, there was something there for everyone. Didn't matter what you were into, there was something there for you. I didn't even get to see the whole show either. I just kind of, when I had free time, run around. And you want to talk to people too, because you see people you only know them online or on Facebook. Then you meet them in real life. Oh, yeah. And then next thing you know, you're standing at their booth for an hour.
Yeah.
Met some Canadian YouTube gun celebrities.
I did. And is there a height thing to be a Canadian gun YouTuber? Because it's not a short person's game from what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Well, Chris from Ballistically Speaking was there, and I'm just like, hello.
Yeah.
He's Alex from Affordable Optics. He's also, well, I'm 5'9", but still, he's quite tall. Adriel, you're quite tall. So I'm just wondering if there's a secret height thing or.
I'm not tall.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Sample size of
yeah, I'm not tall. No.
No. That's cool. I like meeting guys like that. It's really interesting. Although I was at the range on Saturday and I met up with a listener that I just happened to cross a listener. I was talking and I ran into the same. Oh, At Fort Mac, same thing. One of the guys out there was a listener. I completely forgot Brett out there as a listener, and it's like same thing. You guys probably run into when you talk to listeners. You start talking about stuff in guns, and they're like, "Yeah, I know." Yeah, got these new handguns. Yeah, I know. Huh. Yeah, cool. All right.
Yeah, it was good to see companies I didn't know existed or what they did, and I'm like, wow, these are awesome. How did I not know about this? Like the patch panel guys, they were great. They
Which panel?
Patch panel.
Patch
They
panel.
make their own patches. And well, like
patches?
yeah, like patches. You can get them custom ordered. They'll make them for you.
Vinyl or stitched?
They got like a whole bunch of different ones. They got some nice like reflective material ones.
Okay.
I think I have one here. Yeah, it's like this like rubbery kind of reflective material. It's cool.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
That looks neat.
And then there's some they're making like I forgot to grab. I want to talk to the board, but I didn't have time. These really nice like booty hats, like sniper hats almost. But like really nice, well done with the mesh and the web gear and.
That'd be cool. I got a straight up old man like hat that I take to the range when it's like there's too much sun, but I look like crap. I wouldn't mind getting something that's like a little more tactical, not quite so, like yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know the one like the dish hat where you got like get too much sun, you pop that bad boy on, but it is not styling.
Because I want one for hunting. Because the one I have, you like the tiniest gust of wind, the thing is like 60 miles behind me. So I want something that will stay on my head, and I'm like, I need that. But I grabbed their card. I gotta find it somewhere.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds like we got to be out there next year if it still goes on. And yeah,
should do it live.
Yeah,
do it live.
Do it live.
Oh, yeah.
Be out there.
Yeah, just do it live.
We could even just come out as an attendee and then just bring around like recorders with mics and just stick them in people's faces when they're not expecting it. And we have not received their consent, and it doesn't matter. Just stick a mic in their face.
They got a stage there. Just pick a time when there's no one using it and just kind of set up. People might come watch.
Yeah,
but you guys don't worry about it. It's fine. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, we got this.
We got this.
Well,
I'm also I'm probably not doing the show justice, but it was definitely something to see.
Well, even just for the new gun stuff, it's really great to see the new Canadian guns that are coming into the market and some of the innovation. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these guns like Gen 2 and Gen 3. And that's what we're seeing really with the 180s is they're, the first gens like had a couple of hiccups here and there. And we're starting to see like continued innovation and continued like development on that platform. So I'm kind of curious to see what that'll look like coming forward.
It's kind of nice to see the innovation come through.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, why don't we get on to listener feedback? I didn't check the email. Did you
it's updated.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, just checking Facebook here. Derek was mentioning that that deal is great for ELR rimfire, the lens thing you put on the wedge. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. PVC and fabric and embroidery. Huh. Interesting. That's what he'll do in patches. Okay, good. Looks like we got some other listeners who were there. Getting into emails. I'll take this first one here from Edmund. Hi, guys and gal. I finally got to a maple seed. Pre-pandemic, there weren't many events out on the West Coast. When they were starting to make their way here, I was heading east to visit family. Then the pandemic hit and 2 years passed. But this summer, everything lined up. I must say it was well worth the cost and effort. I've been target shooting and hunting for a long time, and I still learned a lot. I was hoping Adriel would be instructing, but Rick is an awesome trainer, and he's a better trainer than I am. I did shoot well enough to qualify as rifleman C. That was him. I shot a consistent 223 with 16 bullseyes on 2 MQTs, even though I was too slow and didn't get up 5 shots between stages 2 and 3. Well, that's one of the things I need to work on for my next Maple Seed. I wonder if he was running bolt action, because running a bolt action, it can be quite hard to get those middle stages done in time. I found Adriel's Jericho 941F oddly interesting. I have a surplus chrome 941F and previously had one in black. Both came with IWI marked mags with plastic bottoms. Unlike Adriel's, they both drop free. The safeties would not engage unless the hammer was cocked, and both are single action only. I read the single action only was a conversion, and the way to tell is there's a pin installed above the trigger. Keep up the good fight, and I look forward to the next episode. My buddy just ordered one of the chrome ones, so we'll see if I have one friend who's like into Jerichos, and he said the black ones are DASA, the chrome ones are all SA only. But who knows? Edmund's saying that those ones were all SA for him. We'll find out. Yeah, I believe it's easy to convert between the two if you really care. I would have been fine with just an SA only one. It wouldn't have really made a difference, but I am happy that it's DASA because that means I can shoot IPSC with it if I want to. Maybe if I'm real desperate, if my shadow breaks, if I blow it up from like double charging or something like that. Good to have the option.
Yeah.
This is the portion of the show. So we'll do this once a month where we'll check what people bought from our Cabela's link. So there's a completely sized incorrectly Cabela's and Bass Pro link on the side of our website, slamfireradio.com. If you click on there, so if you're going to buy something from Cabela's, go click on that thing and then buy it from Cabela's. And then we get like some tiny little cut, like some whatever, like spare change they swept off the floor. But we get some spare change off that. And we will once a month showcase what people have purchased off there at this portion of the show. So if you're buying something from Cabela's anyways, their Wild Wednesdays are really good. They'll have the Magpul P mags, like the Glock mags for $25, which I think is pretty much the lowest you're going to find anywhere. There's a couple of deals they have like that. Their mats, their shooting mats are fantastic as well. $59.
Yes.
Unbeatable.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah. Useful for that kind of shooting, or if you're just like, if you're going to go to like a cut line or something like that and like shoot for groups and that kind of thing, bring one of those things, lay it down. Thanks to our supporters on Patreon. I'm going to go through them. Shane, Gavin, Jason, Richard, Brian, Scott, Ian, Chris, Stephen, William, Chris, Josh, Andrew, Mitchell, Crashlander, Nathaniel, Darren, Giovanni, Dave, Justin, Sean, different Sean, Charlie, Daniel, Kelly, Ross, Dustin, Calvin, Corey, D. Weber, TR, Malcolm, Marcel, Keenan, Dell, Ted, Scott, Josh, Colin, Jason, Spencer, Tyler, Richard, and Adrian. Thank you very much for helping to support the show. If anyone out there wants to help out, just head on over to patreon.com and find Slamfire Radio there and donate like a couple of bucks or something like that. And we'll use it to get hosting and eventually buy that Slamfire Radio helicopter. We're going for it. Yeah. Heff, do you want to read this one from YouTube?
Yeah, so we actually have 3 comments from YouTube in the last few weeks. So we'll go with the first one was from Schmolton. It says, I have a 14-inch BRL in the 12 gauge barrel, I'm guessing it means. Boy, does that kick with slugs and buckshot. If you aren't man enough, I'd suggest getting a rubber butt pad. She will leave you yellow and purple. But after close to 150 rounds or so, I have not had a problem or malfunction with the gun. That being a Turkish gun, the finish will rust faster with some wear on it. Oil her up after range use and you'll be fine. And that was on which video was that? That was on the Charles Daily.
Oh,
yeah, it was on
I got these out to the range. It kicks. It's so bad. It's 5 pounds. It's 5 pounds even. So it's super lightweight and it brutalizes your shoulder. Yeah, I put a pad on it. It was bad. Like I got a bruise on my shoulder right there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. It's just so lightweight that it has a hard plastic butt pad, so it just cracks you every time you. I shot the 410 and I was like, oh, this is great. I shot the 20. I'm like, that's a little bit uncomfortable. Like, I don't really like that. I shot the 12. I was like, oh, like just with target shot. And then I shot 1 ounce high power slug with it. I'm like, nope. I'm gonna use a bag or something like that. It was terrible. It's just because it's light. It's just too light.
Yeah.
A 5-pound
yeah.
shotgun has like no mass to it. It all goes straight into your shoulder at high speed.
Yeah.
Like a heavier gun would kick a lot less.
Yeah.
Did they make it in 10 gauge?
5 pounds, still 5 pounds, but in 10 gauge. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it was terrible on the shoulder. I agree.
So yeah, that was in response to the first look at the Charles Daly. We got from Anon Emus. Nice. I hope you do a range report on it. I've heard they are very pleasant to shoot. I've been waiting for a while for mine, I'm sure. And that was in response to the first look at the Jericho 941F.
That's gonna be good. Yeah.
And then we got, I'll actually start saying the video first, so the comment actually makes a little bit more sense as I read it. This is another reply to the first look at the Charles Dailies. It's from Holden Caulfield, 1983. Say, man, I wish Stevens 301 12 gauge came in a little 18-inch. Would be fun.
I would say out of those Charles Dailies, the 410, absolutely. Yeah. It's so small. It's so light. The recoil's not there. My kid shot it. He loved it.
Nice.
And it's so nice and compact. The 410 is such an easy purchase recommendation to make on that.
If you can find ammo.
Yeah.
If you can find ammo. Yeah.
Yeah.
That part's a little bit tough. The 20 gauge wasn't bad either. I got the 26-inch barrel was too long for what it is. I would rather a much shorter barrel. That 410 had a 14-inch barrel. So nice and compact. And quite simple to use, right? As long as the safety's off, you just open it up, put a new shell in, close it, fire. There's no like hammer. There's no extra things. It's very simple to use. And a kid really liked the 410. Cool. All right. Thanks for those comments on YouTube. Heff, I love it. I love adding the YouTube comments to the show. It's really great. And it's a good like bring back to some of the stuff we did in the past.
Yeah.
Cool. Instagram, we didn't have anything over there. Facebook reviews or Messenger. Yeah, if you want to do those, go on to Facebook and like review us, and we'll probably read it on the show. If you're old school, you could email us too. Email us at slimefireradio@gmail.com.
I love how email is now the old school.
Well, you see, we had a fax machine, but had to retire it last year.
That did your faxes.
Faxes were the dumbest technology ever.
Sure was.
Yeah. Patreonies, Gavin and Shane. I still have to put your patch in the mail, but it's there. My patches are there. I will put some in the mail for you guys. Oh wait, no, one of those was in Grand Prairie. You will have to meet up with Heff.
Gavin. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not mailing something if you're in the same town.
Yeah.
Shout outs or recommendations?
I do.
Oh. Kyle? Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to shout out the guys who came out and helped on Saturday, fill machines. So we had Paul, Rye, Potter, myself, Lyle, Bill, Chris, running around like crazy, making sure that, 80 some machines were topped up with clays so that they didn't run out. So thank you guys. That was awesome.
How many people again did you have out for that event?
There were 300. I was told at the end of the night, 380 shooters.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I would say the largest single day match in Canada for sporting clays, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, that's incredible. Mo?
For me, everyone involved in putting together the IPSC Quebec Provincials, all the ROs that worked it, and the match folks, because it went very smoothly, and it was just a great weekend. So shout out to them.
Cool. Mike, do you have any shout outs?
Can I do a shameless plug and a shout out?
Absolutely. We love shameless plugs. Yeah.
Excellent. So follow me on Banyak Precision for all of our rifle shenanigans, including the 3 stocks one Savage V22 idea that we're going to go on with. But shout out to everyone at the CCFR booth over the weekend at Taccom. It was great to meet everyone from out east, and Team Alberta was represented quite well, I would say.
Very
Just
good.
me and Jenny.
Nice. For myself, shout out to Mike. Thanks for coming on the show and telling us all about Taccom. Shout out to Marina from Fort Mac for helping set up their maple seed out there. That was great. And then for my recommendations, I got a weird one, but for YouTube, I've really been enjoying the Torque Test channel. They test like impact guns and that kind of thing, but they also test flashlights and how many like lumens they got and all that kind of stuff. Super scientific way of doing it and pretty interesting. So I would check those out if you're into that kind of. If you like, what's the similar Project Farm? If you like that Project Farm guy, you'll like this. You'll like that channel. Finally, like
Adriel.
On,
I had one more. Sorry, is it too late?
Go ahead. No, go.
Whoever does whoever does the Slamfire memes, shout out to them. The Pulp Fiction one was brilliant. So shout out for that.
Awesome. Yeah. Finally, check us out on Gun Owners Canada. Like us on Facebook. Give us a review on Facebook. Join the CCFR and something San Diego that'll probably get just demonetized on YouTube. See you next week.
See you next week.
Good night, Kelly.